Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a tutorial. We're focusing primarily just on the eyes for this tutorial, and of course everything that I'm wearing will be listed down below, and I will also share with you towards the end of the video the products that I'm wearing on my face. But for the eyes, it was requested a while back for me to do a look using some purple and green tones from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I've wanted to do that look for some time, and I've needed to like sort of make time for it. And I decided to do something a little bit smoky and incorporate the peach because obviously it's a sweet peach palette and a sweet peach theme, so why not incorporate the peachy tones in this look? So this is what I came up with today. I'm really happy with the overall look. I love it. Like I said before in a favorites that I posted last week, if you haven't seen it, I will link it here. I talked about how I've always been happy with every look that I've created using this palette, and I love it. I think it's very much worth the price. However, if you don't have this palette, that is quite okay. You can definitely pick some purple tones, some deeper kind of plummy colors, incorporate a peach, whether it has a bit of a sheen or a matte finish to it, some kind of warm browns and kind of warm tan colors, and you'll be good to go. You don't have to go out and buy the specific palette to create this look. Just use what you've got. So I hope that you guys will enjoy the tutorial, and if you want to see exactly how to do it, then stay tuned. Alright, to start this look off, I'm going to take this shade called Peaches and Cream. It is a matte finish and it is very light. You don't really see it too much on my skin, but I'm using that color to create a base all over my lids, and I've talked about this before. It just helps with blending. And then the next shade is called Georgia, and this is a very soft, light, kind of mauve pink shade that I'm going to use with a Sigma E25 blending brush. And what I'm doing is just applying some of this in the transition shade type step of my routine here today. And this is just going to add a little bit of a pinky glow to the lid and also help with blending when we go in with the peach colors. Now, I did switch to a brush that's a little bit more pointy so that I can definitely have more impact with this specific shade, since it is a very light wash of color that this Georgia eyeshadow has. And then of course going back with a little bit more of Peaches and Cream to smooth everything out and get rid of those edges. Blend, blend, blend. And then for some warmth, we're going in with a shade called Puree. This is matte as well. It is such a beautiful, rich, kind of warm tan shade. It's got a subtle kind of hint of kind of orange in there as well, which I feel like plays really well with the peachy tones, which is probably why they put that color in this palette. But it is a really nice shade, and I'm using one of my go-to brushes. This is a brush from Zoeva. I absolutely love it. I've talked about this before in my favorite eye brush video, which I will link down below for you if you're interested. But this color is definitely packing on that warmth that I'm looking for in my crease. And then I'm going back in with a clean E25 brush from Sigma just to kind of soften everything out, smoke out those edges, and just have everything as blended as I can possibly get it. Then for the lid, I'm taking this color called Peach Pit, and it is a plummy shade with a bit of a sheen and shimmer to it. It's beautiful. I use my beauty blender to help hold my eye just a little bit taut, and I'm applying this to the lower lid area, not into the crease. And I'm using a brush from Sonia Kashuk. It's a small eyeshadow brush to pack on that color, and then with the edge of the brush, the bristles, since it's rounded, I'm using that to kind of wedge that into the crease. And I do apologize that this is quite blurry here, but there we go. And that's going to help kind of soften everything out. Now, I have this brush here from Smashbox. It's so old, like 9 years old or older, but it's like kind of like a pencil brush to wedge that color into the crease, that peach pit, so that there isn't a line between the peach colors and the warmth in the crease and that lid. So you want to have everything very well blended. And then with the same style of brush from before, the Zoeva one that's kind of like a pointed crease brush, I am going back in with a little bit more. And again, I do apologize with my camera today. I don't know what was going on. I think it's because I had my hand in the way. I had it zoomed in too much. I don't know, but I don't think I'm going to be doing this setup for filming again because it was a pain to edit. Anyways, going back to the tutorial, I'm just adding a little bit more and definitely building up that color, making sure that that peach and that plummy shades sort of blend together and that there isn't any sort of gaps in the look. All right, and then moving on, I'm going to go back into that puree with a little bit more. And what I'm going to start doing is intensifying this warmth. Something about having that beautiful plum color on the lid, kind of fading up into a really warm kind of orangey type color. It looked really pretty, and that's why I brought in this color called Candied Peach, and it is a bright peach. It has a bit of a sheen and shimmer to it when you look at it in the palette, but it doesn't translate like that when you apply it. So that's what I used to add that peach vibe to this, and I really love the way it came out. And then for the lower lashes, I'm going to use Bless Her Heart, and that is a olivey green. And I wanted to incorporate the green somehow in this look, so I thought, perfect, lower lashes. So I'm going to foil this a little bit with the Smashbox Primer Water to intensify it and give it more of a metallic feel, but it is a very wearable kind of green shade. And then to add a little bit more warmth, I'm going back in with that warm tan called Puree and adding just a little bit on the underside of that green shade, and then it's going to be kind of on the outer part of the lower lashes, not all the way in. And then I decided to kind of do something a little different here and playing up with it. I don't know why I did this. I used the Delectable shade to use as liner, but you couldn't really see too much of that against the Peach Pit, that plum shade. So it added a bit of a purple kind of look to it, but it really wasn't something that I would feel like is necessary. And then I also used that same color on a pencil style brush to deepen up the outer V. Now you can see it this way when you're packing on that color. With a small brush like this, you can definitely notice that variation of purples on the lid and in the outer crease. Not so much as the liner, so you don't really have to do that step. I just did it because I had to match to the other eye. And then for the waterline, I'm using a green kind of goldeny type of eyeliner. This is the Modster eyeliner from Ardency, and I love the quality of their eyeliners. I love the black one, and I use it all the time. And I thought it would play really nicely with that green color. And then, of course, tight lining with some black eyeliner. And this one specifically is a really good one to use. It's from NARS, and it's in the shade Via Veneto. Now, for liquid liner, of course, my go-to at the moment, it's the Lancome one. It's the one that's the bendable liner. It's pretty cool concept. And what I did was a very thin line just to kind of darken up the root of my lashes. You could go a bit thicker, you can skip it, you can go wing, you can do whatever you want, do the liner as you feel most comfortable wearing. And then for mascara, you know what this is if you've been watching my videos, the Tarte Tartiest Lash Paint. It is my go-to, and I skipped the lashes today, but you can feel free to add those, and that is all you have to do for this look. Alright, so that is how I did the eyes today. Now for the rest of the face, I'm wearing just a little bit of foundation, and it's the Clinique Even Better with SPF 15. You guys know this is what I've been using since the beginning of the year. For blush, I busted out my oldie but goodie blush from Makeup Geek in the shade called Bliss, which is a matte soft peach, and I thought perfect to go with this look. And I still hope that they make this because this is such a good color, and I'm hoping that they still make this specific color. I know that they still have the blushes, but this specific shade. And for my highlight today, which is very kind of soft, I went a little bit more on the nose today. And this is the Bare Minerals eyeshadow in Vanilla Sugar, which this is a little mini size that was given to me from my sister as a gift for Christmas with a bunch of Bare Minerals set. It was like a big set. But this eyeshadow is available for purchase, and it's just called Vanilla Sugar, and you can get it at Ulta. And so that's what I used as my little highlight. I had to apply with my fingers onto my face because it's not as pigmented and as in your face as like the Anastasia Glow Kits or the Mary Lou or Becca highlighters. Those are more intense. This is very soft and very natural, so that's why I went with it today. And then for bronzer, I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that I've got because I've got a ton of bronzers. This is the Tartiest Contour. It's like the little gold disc palettes. I think that they still make this. If they don't, my bad, I'm sorry. But I just use this soft color here. It's 2 contour shades, a blush, some like highlighty type things. So I use this as my bronzer all over, and of course the blush. For the lips, I'm using the Flower Beauty, the HydraSilk Ultimate Lip Butter in the shade Naked Petal. I love these. I've talked about these before. This is just all that I'm wearing on my lips. It's got some color. It feels comfortable. Has a bit of a gloss to it. It's not quite as matte as some other lip products. It's super, super easy, and I love products like this, honestly, because when I'm out and about, I can just slap this on. I've got my color, and I've got some glossy kind of finish to my lips, which is what I prefer personally. So I love these, and Flower Beauty is available through Walmart. Those are all the products that I use for today's look. Everything will be listed below in the order that I use them. So all of my eye products, face products, and lips will all be separated for you, so you can screenshot any particular part of that list if you're interested in any of these products. I do appreciate you spending some of your day with me today. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I have Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, where we do a lot of shenanigans on there. So if you want to tune into that, definitely tune in, and that will be listed below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.